things are falling. Oop, juice is everywhere, you know. It's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another cook with me video. Today we are going to be making rice. Today we're going to be making breakfast rice bowls. Yes guys, rice bowls that are kind of breakfast style. And of course we're going to make it vegan as well. I haven't actually tried making this, so once again it could be a complete disaster, who knows, but hopefully it'll turn out very delicious. I have high hopes for this one. I do. It might be a little bit weird for you guys if you're not used to eating rice for breakfast, but I urge you to try it out because more rice is more happiness. Okay. Before we get started, today's video is very kindly supported by Audible, and if you guys don't know, Audible is of course the #1 go-to place for audiobooks. They've got so many audiobooks available. Whatever book you might be interested in may be available in an audiobook version on Audible. So if you guys are interested in getting yourself a free audiobook and plus a 1-month trial, definitely check out the link down below and you can get yourself a completely free audiobook, no strings attached. You can of course cancel the trial if you don't find it necessary for your life, and you can still keep the audiobook. It's a win-win situation. Right now I'm listening to a book that I've been wanting to listen to for a long time, or wanting to read for a long time. It's called The Power of Now. It's a very well-known book and a lot of people have recommended it, so I've been wanting to listen to it for a long time. I really resonate with the message of really just paying attention to this present moment rather than constantly focusing on the past or the future. So if you guys want to get your own copy of The Power of Now, listen to it with me, definitely check out the link down below. Get yourself a free copy of that, or you can get any book of your choice, of course, with the link down below. So thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, and yeah, let's get on with this cooking. Let's cook. So I have a vision, okay? I have a vision. So some people might think it's weird that we're doing rice for breakfast, but I'm a big fan of rice. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of rice, and I could eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner, post-dinner, pre-breakfast. I don't know, I could eat it all the time, you know what I'm saying? So we've got a few things that I want to do. I have a very clear vision of what I want. So I've got soft tofu. Okay, I just picked this up at the store. I want to make kind of a chunk of soft tofu with a coating on the outside. Kind of like an eggy coating. I mean, why wouldn't it work? I don't know. So this is my sexy tofu. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it up into small pieces. Now this is soft tofu, so we're gonna have to be a little bit careful when we're working with soft tofu. Just a reminder that I do have a video where I talk about how to use tofu. I think we're gonna do 6 pieces. Ooh, it's so soft. So I think what I'm trying to replicate is just like that eggy texture where it's kind of like almost like a poached egg type of texture. I don't know. So I've just cut it up into just these blocks, okay? You can cut it up into smaller pieces if you'd like. I just don't know how much it's going to hold, okay? So you can also do this with medium firm or firm, whatever you prefer. So let's get the spice rack out. You want to see my fancy spice rack? This is my spice rack. Oh Lord, someone help me organize my life. Okay, seriously, like I need to do something about this situation. This is my scrambled tofu seasoning. So this is just a mixture of nutritional yeast, cumin, turmeric, garlic powder, salt, and things like that. So normally I would just throw some of this in there, but because, I don't know, I feel like you guys want a recipe. So I don't want to use this. This is kind of like a hack. You know what I'm saying? But in the future, you should make something like this so that every time you make scrambled tofu or something like that, you can just whip this out and just throw this in. You don't have to take out your mess of a spice rack. We're gonna start out with the spices. Now, obviously, you can choose whatever spices you want to, guys, okay? This is just what I'm using. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm gonna take, I don't know what I'm doing, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Let's do a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. We also have some turmeric, so we're just gonna do half a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric is just very strong. I just got like a huge whiff of it, you know what I mean? And then I'm also gonna add, you know what, let's just do like a little pinch of paprika. Woo! 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 So there you have some kind of seasoning that we can coat. Finally, we're gonna add in a tablespoon of potato starch or cornstarch, whatever you have. So this is gonna kind of give a coating that will stick to the tofu. Let's mix it well. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna use my fingers. So now I'm gonna get a plate and then we are going to just coat each individual piece. So let's just try this. So we're just gonna kind of brush off the excess. You don't need like too much, I feel like. There you go. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot salt. I'm gonna just add a few sprinklings of salt onto these pieces. And of course, salt is something you can also add in later on as well. But let's just add just a little. I just love tofu. How can anyone not like this? It's so good. See what I'm saying? It's very, very soft, so you do have to be careful. Or you can just work with medium firm. I kind of am looking forward to like the soft texture of the tofu though. I really like the texture of soft tofu, which is why I chose soft tofu for this. Firm tofu would have been definitely easier to work with. All right, so that was pretty much perfect amount of seasoning. So there we have our kind of eggy tofu pieces. So we're just gonna take it to the frying pan. All right, so here we have a frying pan. I'm just going to heat up some oil. I'm using canola oil. I'm using more than I would normally like to use. That's just because I feel like with this, we just need to use quite a bit of oil. So in the meantime, I'm assuming your rice is cooking. I already have cooked rice available, so that's why I'm not cooking my rice. But in the meantime, while you make all this, your rice should be cooking. So we're gonna heat this up. So the heat is on medium-high heat. I'm just gonna cook it on each side for just a few minutes and then just flip it over. You can of course deep fry this as well, but I'm not really a big deep fryer type of person.
A few moments later.
Alright, here's an update. The bad news is it does stick like a motherfucker. The good news is there is one little guy that kind of looks like he stuck it together. You know what I'm saying? Like he has my back. So I don't know how to make it not stick. That's something that I can try to see what I can do, but you know what? It's still probably gonna taste really, really good. So let's just see what happens. So I'm thinking one of the things that maybe I could have done is to coat the seasonings first and then maybe put like almond milk and then coat it with potato starch, because then I think it wouldn't stick as much, although I could be totally making this up and I could be totally wrong. Or just adding more oil or deep frying it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna just show you some other things I'm gonna do to the bowl. So another thing I'm gonna add to the bowls is tempeh. So this is just store-bought tofurkey tempeh. This is obviously very optional. You can also use whatever other type of vegan protein you want. You can even add beans or whatever. This is maple veggie bacon, smoky maple veggie bacon. Tempeh is just really, really high in protein and apparently really good for you. I mean, it looks kind of weird. Okay, the first time I ate tempeh, I thought it was like the weirdest thing ever and I did not like it. So I'm just gonna throw this onto a frying pan and I'm gonna cut up the rest of like veggies and stuff, other things I'm gonna add to the bowl. I'm hoping to just use one big frying pan for the rest of the stuff, so let's see if I can fit it all in here. For veggies, I've got mushrooms, tomato, and baby spinach. So let's cook up the rest of the stuff. Woo! For the mushroom, I'm just gonna add a little bit of garlic salt for the seasoning, not too much. And I've learned that if you actually keep the mushroom on without moving it too much, it actually cooks it really nicely and browns it. Throw in some baby spinach. And then I think we're done. Alright, I've got a bowl of brown rice here. You can of course use white rice if you prefer. Now let's just assemble it. Let's start with the spinach. Then the mushrooms. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Tomatoes. Oh my god. It actually looks legit. We're gonna add in one more piece of tofu egg. This one looks pretty decent. Look at that tofu egg. Oh my gosh, does not look so good. Let's add in one more piece of tempeh. And it just wouldn't be complete without ketchup. I don't know, is it just me? Alright guys, here it is. Ooh, vegan breakfast rice bowl number 1. I feel like I could do so many of these. This type of concept. Ooh, look at that. Hi. Thumbnail. Ooh, things are falling. Ooh, juice is everywhere, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna try this. Let's get into the tofu first. Guys, that tofu. The tofu is so good. The softness of the tofu, like soft tofu, has such a nice, really, really smooth, custardy consistency. So it really does remind me of like an egg, like the egg whites. It's so good. That's actually really, really yummy. And that coating definitely gives that eggy flavor. And oh my god, it's so good. It's like, it's so good. It really reminds me of egg. If you guys are kind of wanting that more less cooked egg type of texture, definitely try out soft tofu instead of firm or extra firm. Let's get into the tempeh. This is such a good breakfast. If you guys are ever bored of scrambled tofu or avocado on toast, try this out. And even if you didn't like want to replicate eggs, it's just so good on its own, just as a thing. I can't stop. My gosh guys, is this ever delicious? I highly recommend trying this out, or a similar concept, just having a nice breakfast bowl. You can even just put like scrambled tofu in this if you're lazy to make what I just made, and I feel like you can even make scrambled tofu using soft tofu, and that will give it that really smooth, soft, eggy consistency, and it's so good, you guys. So if you don't want to go through the whole hassle of like coating each piece, then maybe just try making soft tofu. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I really hope you guys try this out. I'm so glad I made this. This is such a good idea for breakfast, especially if you guys like savory breakfast like me. I love savory food, so this is so good. If you ever want to like invite your friends over for like a brunch, you can make something like this as well. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for my breakfast rice bowl. As you can see, it's already ruined. I really hope you guys try this out. I hope you found this inspirational, helpful, whatever it may be. If you guys do try this out, definitely take a picture of it and tag me on Instagram at cheaplazyvegan. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, check out the link down below and get yourself a completely free audiobook. Thank you so much to Audible for supporting this channel. Now, I am just going to dig into this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!